Welcome back, Summit County. You're watching Summit Sunrise this morning. I'm Lauren. I'm now joined by Doyle Richmond. How are you this morning?
Good. How you doing?
I'm doing great. So, Doyle, tell me a little bit about yourself and what you do here in Summit.
Like so many of us, came here for the skiing and found out there's a lot more than just skiing, and ended up doing 3 jobs, and then ended up doing real estate for the last 25 years.
Yeah, I feel like I'm still transitioning from the 3 jobs.
Yeah, I mean, it's just part of our life, I think. I mean, anyone that's been here for a long time has, done the restaurant job, done this, done that, and I feel fortunate. I had a commercial real estate background before I came here,
Okay.
so I got into the real estate, and it's just been a really good lifestyle and business, and have 3 kids and wife, and know what it's like to raise a family and what the kids are looking for and having fun. So it's nice to kind of share those experiences with other people.
Cool. So, tell me a little bit about real estate here in Summit County.
Well, real estate here in Summit County has been definitely doing on the growth period here the last couple of years. We've seen property values increase. We've seen activity really increase. We tend to lag behind what the Front Range market, Denver, from Colorado Springs up to Fort Collins, what that market's doing, and that market's been really good for the last 4 or 5 years. So Summit County has been the beneficiary of that. We're still not back to property values per se that were our last high in 2007, 2008. So people are looking at the chart right now and kind of seeing some of the price points. And again, if someone's looking at it, it's more of a percentage of what property values have been doing. So on a per square foot basis and or on a average price basis, we've been seeing anywhere from about 8 to 10%, in most areas of the county. Some less, some more, just depending what area we're talking about, what product type we're talking about. So it's a good opportunity for sellers. Low inventory, good time for sellers to put stuff on the market. From a buyer standpoint, I think it's a great opportunity for buyers to buy. I think that a lot of the trends are showing us that that we should see increased values. We've seen increased rental numbers. Interest rates have been holding pretty strong. They moved a little bit, and they've been inevitable that they need to go up in the last couple of years. So I tell people that as buyers, this is a good time to get involved in the market.
Yeah, cool. So you told us a little bit about the market, but what makes it so great to have a property here in Summit County?
Well, I think that we're talking wintertime now, so people are snowshoeing, skiing, ice skating, even dog sledding and snowmobiling, but it's winter wonderland. Do you want to be right at the base of the slopes? Do you want to be tucked in the woods along the river? Do you want to be on the golf course? Do you want to be convenient and be in Dillon, Silverthorne, or Frisco, where you're more in the middle of the county versus a particular resort? I think that's the beauty about our areas, where there's so much diversity. They're throwing through some slides now. They're going to kind of point out some different price points that exist in the various areas. And I think the spectacular thing there is you see a lot of those numbers starting in 1 or 2 as its initial price range, in the 1 to 2 bedroom range. I use Keystone a lot as an example that you can find properties still in the 100s to 200s at the base of the slopes, and that's pretty spectacular when you talk about amazing resorts that we have with Keystone and Copper and Breckenridge. I mean, people tell me all the time it's more affordable than they thought. They can rent it on out. So you're trying to listen to their wants and needs. I'm meeting a gentleman later today, and show him some 2 and 3 bedrooms over in Keystone, and it's just, again, an education process. I think of myself, if I was a buyer, what would I want to know? I would want to know as much as I could about the market, my opportunities, and then whether I decide to buy or not will be a different decision. So that's how I try to approach the business.
Awesome, cool. And I know that you have a really easy-to-use website. Tell me a little bit about that.
Yeah, it's just doylerichmond.com. I'm constantly trying to have it evolve. I mean, in fact, I'll probably be working on that again after we get through this season. But you got featured properties, or the featured properties are our listings. We have some great properties out there where we help obviously sellers sell them. And we think that we priced them right, and you can do what they're doing right now, where you can click through and see all the pictures. You can get a map. There's all different types of data that you can find on the featured properties. Our sellers really like working with us at Sotheby's International Realty because we can promote their property internationally, nationally. That was one of my big attractions to joining Sotheby's, was the amount of marketing you do and the network of people that work there. I've done this business on my own. I've done it with small regional companies. You know, fortunate enough to be the leader in Keystone and be one of the, top brokers there. But Sotheby's really goes above and beyond with their marketing. So from a seller standpoint, I'd love to talk to you and see if there's a means of helping promote your property. From a buyer standpoint, again, I think we're just a wealth of information. So they can go on our website, they can get the details to start with, and then call me to go over more of the details. I mean, there's always more about a property than what can be put on a website or a magazine or whatever it is the form of advertisement that you're doing.
Yeah, for sure. So Doyle, you mentioned your website. We looked at your website,
Yeah.
but one more time, if someone wants to find you, how
Yeah,
can
it's
they
just
find out more?
DoyleRichmond.com. I think it's got up on the screen, and then my cell phone is right there. So a lot of people like to start the conversation over the phone, and like this gentleman did yesterday, he called me and said, "Hey, I'm going to come up tomorrow. Is there any way we could perform some time?" And it's one of those things. You're a constant juggling act. You're just constantly trying to help as many people as you can, and the more people you help, the more people that know about the real estate market. And then ultimately, some people, like I said, will make decisions, and others won't. I mean, it's whether you're individual, a couple, or a family. There's something out there, and there's the partial share market too. I always tell people, if you don't want to go buy $1 million property, but yet $1 million taste, there's a product out there around $250,000 to $300,000 for that.
Awesome. So yeah, Doyle, sounds like you can help a variety of people. So if you are interested in selling or buying here in Summit County, make sure that you contact Doyle. We are going to take, thank you. I didn't thank you. Thank you for being here this morning. We're going to take a short break, but don't go anywhere because we'll be right back.